Welcome everyone to the 12th episode of Inside the Mind of a Houou, where I, ChunmanTV, will be giving commentary about my Houou gameplay. We are actually having a very strong table as just saw. Having a 10 dan, which are very in Houou, 8 dan and then a 7 dan. Let's see, just Shimokiri. There are like, I think 20 or 25 Tenhouis, and then the 10 dan rate is maximum of 50 or something. 50, I think up around 50, and then about 109 dans and a few hundred 8 dans, and then the majority is 7 dan. 10 dan is quite rare to see. We have one Dora, and we don't really have any value. We can get painful, but we will be holding on to the Dora. Hopefully we pair it up. Otherwise we will have to let it go. Yeah, it's kinda unfortunate. Far away each. Yeah. I really want to Shimokiri. I really want to just Shimokiri. Like, there's just no value. There's just no point in taking Tenpai tail or like taking Isonten tail when we are not really taking Tenpai after the fact. Another Dora. Perhaps I should have just greeted the Dora. I kinda get the Doras. Because there's just no way to Riichi with like bad shapes, no value. There's just no way to do that. Not in, like, you can do that, but it's not my playstyle anyway. With two Doras would be way more easy to try to fight, but I think it would still be a better Ori primarily against Riichi, and then we have a secondary player who is also close to Tenpai, but we got two Doras here. Just the 9. Yeah. The honors are still useful if we want to go Honitsu, but we don't really want to go Honitsu. It makes our final weight very obvious. Like, if we have like, can we see that? I don't know. The rest is okay. We have like too many towers that we want to keep. We have like too many towers that we want to keep. It's like our hand is not big enough to hold all the towers. Can we get a bigger hand, please? Like the Honitsu is really not necessary here, and the Aka is also not necessary, and like the 3-month like the shape. I don't want to play 2 shapes here in Monster. Not with that. We can go 2 shapes here. Like, we don't want the Honitsu here because it makes our way too obvious. But like, we have Honitsu here, and we should probably just Saki this Aka, but the problem is, if we drop the Aka too soon, we might not get our towers. The best is 1 Scott. The right second is basically 1 Scott as well. That's how to get the Sabo, but this is how we. Damn, another detail. Really hope that Kamitsa wouldn't be Tenpai here, but like they are, so they're kind of skewed. Or like we can't capitalize, or we can't win the hand. Yeah, really unfortunate. There was like, of course, like some things he could have done differently, but the outcome would have been mostly different. Mostly the same, I mean. This hand is not moving towards something. Like we have 3 pairs, we have Tora acceptance, but like realistically, I don't really see how we really can win the hand besides 7 pairs. Let's see, shall we the AK? I don't think it's a flash because they dropped the live white dragon. They dropped the live white dragon, so I don't think it's a flash. The 7 and the 9 are 1 Scott each, and then the 5 grabs the AK, but it's not amazing. We ought to have like another dart in the 5. That is Tora. We have now 3 monster towers. It is fine, but it's probably just Damaton. Well, can we reach here on the 9-man? Would be amazing. Both the 3-man and the 9-man are Suchi. Actually, every weight is now Suchi to that. There's the second AK. The monster. Another 5, so should pass against Shimotsa, but my Tempai. Fiesta. The 7-man actually looks good. I don't know if the first thing that we are going to throw is a 7-man. But the 7-man feels like almost a Fiesta that might come into our hand. But you'll see. He can't take the uncle. Like if no one was open, I might keep the uncle, but the 1-man is 1 Scott, the white dragon is 1 Scott, the 1 pin is basically also 1 Scott. Yeah, this is not what we want to throw. Especially not with this constancy. They can easily have a double 6-pin acceptance, and like if they have like some Toras still, you're just totally screwed here on the 6-pin, or we don't. Okay, we apparently aren't. This 4-pin is still kind of Nakasuchi, but it can still deal in here if they have a. It can technically still deal in. The 7-man is not that dangerous, but I think the 7-man might come to our hand. It might still be in the wall. I have to summon here this trash got 8-man, and then the 7-man pass. They're well thinking about it. It might be a from 4-pin constant here. I don't know what I can put Shimotsa on, because I don't think they need social. 36. I don't know, is it 5-so PRTL? No, it's not a 5-so PRTL, 3-so, 3-6-so, not 3-6-so, 3-so PRTL. I think I'm just going to cut the 7 and then we will just wait and see what happens. Just like buying times, just to think on our opponent's steal. Yeah, I have a pair of Tori here on the left. Oh, 5,800. Really difficult hands. Wow, it's not like that difficult. Like we just can't. We are not fast enough with our hands, and then we are playing defensively, and there's just nothing to think about. The decision was in East 1 where we dropped the door. I think that was a mistake. Like because we are not going to Riichi on bad weight, Riichi Nomi. I don't want to go Honitsu here, but it almost feels like Honitsu. Like it's like we have like Mangan already almost without Honitsu. So if we make it too obvious that we are Honitsu, then we are just never getting our 1000. I want to do and where's our pawn? We keep the 6-man around. This almost spawn the West got 5-7. So to be honest, it's almost going to be like that. The green. Yeah, like if the name wasn't Dora, we would obviously go Honitsu, but it's just so stupid. I don't know if we are happy with the 6-man, but we have like chance to get Mangan with the 9-man pawn, and otherwise we have potentially 5,200 plus 300. Which we kind of do have right now, but it depends on what we get. If we get a pawn, we have 5,200. What you also see in higher rooms that people are more willing to open when someone else is open already. You have to match speed, so average win turn is actually quite fast. in Houou. It's like a full turn faster than Mahjong Soul J2. Even faster than Throne Room as well. I want to like if the social was slightly better, like if it was a ramen, just easy comp, but we are contested by 2 players which can't hold the Nijman. They can't hold the Nijman. I'm the only one who can hold the Tora, so if I just don't con, like I'm the only one with real value. Okay, there are 3 AKs here, one on the left, but like my opponents can't really have a lot of value. We now just template. We can still pawn for a tanky 7 so or something, or 5 so. Probably 7 so. Or like we don't want we have a Nakasuchi here. I don't think we want to change weights anymore. I don't think we want to really pawn. We have like the pawn is good. It's upgrades to Mangan. And there it is. Or like not the Mangan, but the win. 3900 on the Nakasuchi. I don't know if they were folding or not, but I think they were still in the hand, but they just chose the safest looking tower, which would be like the Nakasuchi against me. We got lucky there that we had like a Nakasuchi weight. Was there no point in forcing the flush? One pin or one man? I actually don't really know. I know that we accepted 2 pin already with the Pinsu shape. But on the 2 man, it's just almost like got the Hanchan on the 2 man throne. Like the 2 man it's just like a bad roll, but whatever. We have to cut the east here. If you really want value, you can cut the 1-2 man over the east, and then you can creep for a double east. But I'm not that kind of a player. We got the Hanchan right here. Although the 7-9 pin are both ones cut. We have more flexibility here on the pins. The headless is not a concern here. We are headless here. Unfortunately not 4-5-6 Sansoku, but it's still very solid. 7 so is interesting. And then we can get potentially a Sansoku going with the 7 so to roll, but we are East Santon here, headless East Santon, any pin through 3 through 9 pin is Tempai, or like it's like we kind of have to take Tanrao here, and shall we try it? Shall we try it? Nah, I can't. Like what I was referring to is Riichi on the 4 so, but like I don't want to skip Shimo. Not in Houou. I probably should have Riichi if I was just going to Shimo. It is okay like this, I think. If we didn't have the Sanskrit slide, I would definitely have just pressed the button there, Stilo, Thunder +1, but I really wanted the Sanskrit. There were some upgrades, not the 7 pin. Like the 7 pin was trash card, so that wasn't really an upgrade. It is so unfortunate. I knew that we were throwing away Dora acceptance with the 9 pin, but the honors were so much more variable. The 7 man is so much more variable. So yeah, there was not a real decision. If it was Tora, I would keep it, or like if the 9 pin was Tora, I would keep it, of course. But when it's next to the Tora, and if you throw the Tora, the depends on 7 pin is still a very bad Hanchan, waiting on only 3 towers. It's once in the death wall, so it's one fuel that you can win on. We kind of want our 8 pin back. Like the 6 pin is the only thing that really connects our shapes, and that is exactly what we do. But now we are just out. We can still fight a bit if we want to. We can try the 1-so, or we can push the Sotokawa and then the Suchi 3 pin. But we kind of need them back fuel, so we need to be able to really be able to fight, and we aren't. We can just go 1-1 into 2-so and then try to fight that way. If we get E-Sun, then we will definitely be pushing a little bit harder. We have the 3 pin Kamputsu now. He missed a tune uncle. And the 3-6 bean is pretty bad now. It only has 2 sixes left, so we will just cut it here. It's Kamputsu, and then the south is set, but we can pair it up. It was a 3-6, and then the Ipeko on the 3-man, and they, luckily for us, they didn't get the Ipeko. We are still in a decent spot here. We have like so many interesting hands here. We have a lot of interesting hands, and I know that I haven't played them optimally, but we can check the AI analysis. But I can tell I know that my mistakes basically and the things that I probably should have done differently. The Honitsus with the Tora are definitely difficult because you don't want to show that you're Honitsu when you have like already Mangan plus. Because your weight is too obvious, so everything will get soaked. And you just want like a easy Mangan over the very hard Hanuman anyway. We are trying to move towards Sandra Tora 2 here without the 8-man, but we will see what we get. The 2-pin does lose out a little bit on the 3, but it's not the worst. We can just accept the 3-pin and then go 7-9, or we go 5, so we just have to take maximum area with 2 Akatoras and Tora acceptance. And download sums to open hand is pretty difficult here, but like Naiman, and then you can try to pull the middle towers, and then we have two Hatsusuke towers with 2-3 man and the 7-8. But I think it's fine. I think we just go to 5 so because we are just never getting any acceptance here anyway. I can't see that. I really can't see it. It does advance, but our hand is a bit too far. Like, if we get the 6-pin or the 4-man, I would just see, but here we are just defending. It was like Tompusen or something. East 1 or something. I might score. This is a push here by Toyman, healing into a Hanchan, and they didn't take the sun pump for some reason. I probably would have taken the Saba, but I wouldn't zone there then. Wait, was it? It was a 2-so. It was a 2-so 9-so. Wait, and the 9-so was fully live. I'm a bit confused with like the 10-ton player probably has its reasons for choosing that. Wait, we have a nice hand here with one Akadora with Dora acceptance. We need to have a 2-pair save, which can't really upgrade. The 9-pin actually can upgrade. That is a nice, so we are keeping the honors, cutting the terminal tile. The 9-man only gets like bad saves for our hand, but the Rakuhai can make our hand much faster. And now he deals the south back with his both one scout. The south deal. He could have kept the south over the 9-man, I guess. But like it's one scout, it's really difficult when it's one scout because you need the remaining 3. He have decent saves here. He just keep the 2-so here for the 3-so and the 4-so. Just area marks. We have a very strong hand here. We need one more block, so we are just taking maximum efficiency here with the 2-so. And we Sakiki the 4-man into the 2-so for Riichi Tora plus Ipeko or plus another Tora. It's either one, so Riichi plus 2. The thing is, the 3-man is slightly more dangerous, but it has more Mawasi options. So if someone retreats, there is an option to go 9-pin, 9-pin and keep the 3-man. Now there's almost no way that we can keep the 2-so with the Mawasi. So I think this is perfectly fine, but we now have a 1-pin which is 100% safe, so this is nice. With the 3-man, you can throw 2-man or 3. We will just take a 1-pin as safe tile to obscure that we are holding a safe tile. Because if we have a honor tile, it's just so obvious that we are having a safe tile. It's really unfortunate on the AK, but we have a solid hand here. The weights do look fully live, but the pins it does look a bit expensive. The social as well, like the monster is the least expensive, and we just dropped the Akatora. It pretty shows that we don't have any monster in our hand. We don't have any monster in our hand. Like we don't have 1, 2, 3, 4 because we discarded 4. We don't really have 7, 8, 9 as well. Yeah, we want to take more efficiency here. We are Tito's E-something, regular E-something, and we don't want to pawn for Tempai, but if it gets too late, we might have to just go for Katen.
Riichi.
Yeah. My save tile, my save tile. Only if we could see for Tito's Tempai, but we can't see for Cheetor. Imagine seeing the 7 and then being Cheetor Eason. So. The 4 is Nakosuchi. I'm not that afraid. Nah, just read it. The Aka is out. That's like the only save we are just into. 14725, so. We would have just straight tailed in there if we got Tempe on the 7, so most likely. Because we won't be doing the 6 for Chitoi, or like we can go Chitoi to Tempai and keep the 7 so in our hand for the 6 so donkey, I guess, but most likely we would just steal in. If we got the other side, we would just steal in. The 8 so has Dora acceptance, so we kinda have to keep that. A south pawn here on the right with the 2 and the 8 man, which kinda suggests that they have more honors, but we can't do much about it anyway. They can have the honors to do so, and then they probably want some pinch tiles. It's not guaranteed, but that is kind of what I'm reading right now. As a 10 down, and they are probably also really tank avoid 4, so we can expect them to go for slightly more normal hands. We can test the pincer. If they don't see the pincer, it's more likely just to be a regular hand with the Dora 9 so as well. They can have the Dora if they are not Honitsu, so this is E something. We just got a 9 pin. Did not see again, so probably not an Honitsu. They will probably have some Sosuto with the Dora acceptance. Also no Chi, no Kolek, so we are not putting them on a flash because who would suddenly feel Kolek? The 8 man is 1 scout, the 2 so is 1 scout. We can cut a 1, we can cut a 1 into 3. Is that better? It might be better. We kind of want to take the... Did we just miss Sansaku? I hope not. Did we just miss Sansaku? It was really tough to see the Sansaku, I think. And we didn't want to feed the middle pin tiles to Shimotsa anyway. There was Kolek on that 1 pin. We are more afraid if they discard like an 8 so here on the right, then we are really spooked. Well, if they... Not if they discard that second, it might be the safe tile. I want to see that, but like... We can technically get like 7, 8, 9 Sansaku, but like we are beaten on the 9 and only 1 9 pin left. Maybe a good gate and go if we don't want to top that 6 pin actually.
Riichi.
The Norths are pretty safe. I think we're just seeing the Ipache here. Just a Tora read here on the right. The 6 pin is Nakasuchi, but they were thinking on it. It could deal into like a 5-7 shape. It can easily deal into a 5-7 shape, but Shimotsa is pushing, so you're almost more afraid of Shimotsa. You can push the Tora out because Shimotsa pushed the Tora. The 8 so should be pretty safe. Shimotsa shouldn't be waiting on the 8 so. Because they are willing to push 7 so they would have taken the Tora Sabo probably if they had the 799 shape. So they and the 8 so couldn't deal into like a Sampon or anything because they were too many out. I think the opacity is fine, but like we still had to push on towers. I don't like perhaps it's north instead of the 9-man. The 9-man wasn't guaranteed or anything, but it's good that the Tendon held that in equalizing the third and fourth place, making them more easily go for cheaper hands and not trying to contest for second, and also lowering my fourth chances. Yeah, I have last Tilo, so we can always come back on the last Tilo. The 5 pin feels like a cheap, but like we are currently still headless. We just got for Thunder here. I know the 9p, the 9-man is useful, but for the head that is with the 2-so has an extension here with the 3-so as well. We can get a Thunder pair with the 2-so. But we can't get a Thunder pair with the 9-pin, the 9-man I mean. I trust Shimocha's outside hand or 7, 8, 9 Sansaku with the 5 Scott. Het is E-Something, headless E-Something, weight is very strong. The 1-4-man is kinda dead unfortunately, but we are not guaranteed. Like we are guaranteed to be waiting on 1-4-man if we told the 5. And then I don't know if we want to reach I think it's still okay, but it's not ideal for 2 pin there. Like it's obviously not going to get gold here. We are not calling for a Tempai here, unless it's the Aka. And then we will, the Aka is like really awkward if we get the Aka, or like if we cheat the Aka, because we have a very bad weight here. And then we have 2 options, but we just got the 6 pin next to the Tora. No Chi, which is good. Simon's at top the Tora already, so I don't expect them to reroll that. The 2-5 pin is ultra dead. Oh man, it's not ultra dead, it's 5000 left. But it feels very dead. Dumping Tora. You can reach this 100%, but I like the 2-man is Mangan basically, and then the 5-man is 1/3 of the time is also Mangan. I thought I shouldn't tag Karakiri there, but I was a bit nervous. I was a bit nervous. The fact is that the 2-man is Suchi and Shimocha with the early 1-mans is pretty good as well. We see KP Full man as well, so it's someone probably has a pair of it, but I think Dampton is still fine here. The Pinsu are almost all gone. Dit is Chunte Tashi. It's some bad, but the 6-pin shouldn't deal in. Shimocha might actually be falling. It wouldn't surprise me. The 2-man does look good actually. I don't know what Torment has, or I know what Torment has, but like I don't know what they're waiting on. And that is a Jinsan Tora for 2000 each. Wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are playing the hands. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I really want to play the hand, but I like the retail is so it's probably better. Like the hand is really, I think it's playable, but like why take the risk when you can just get another hand, and why take the risk? We don't want the Honitsu here. Like, we just want a normal hand here. We don't have the Rakuhai. Or like, we had the Rakuhai and we did the Rakuhai. And like, if we can just go Pinfu or something, it's just a preferred bit. Unless we get like a Vessel out or King Dragon, then we actually can go for it, but... Done already? Game, please. Stupid game. Anyone? Wait, what? It's a pawn. Like I'm not disconnecting that. I was kind of afraid I was disconnecting. But when you scroll over the echo and it says like 300 milliseconds, you know that you haven't disconnected. It feels like a flush across, by the way. It really feels like a flush. I think the Simon-chan needs a 3, so I think the goal like was from Simon-chan. We are fully falling here. We are just 100% out with the 5 pin. I know AI sometimes doesn't like it, but I'm just 100% out here against 4th place. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's a Hana. Oh my. Like in terms of 4th, it's not the worst for us, but like he of course don't want to see the Hanuman. Like I think Simon-chan was thinking about calling for the Han Tio. I really baited them into into making them think on the call. Like I would never just go to 3-6 there because if it was a Kansan, it would probably be a T. We are E something here. We just got 8, still keeping the flow to 6 man. We have a bad shape here in the social shape. We should have a little bit more points. We mistrained the Ipatsimo. We will not take the Ipeko. We can just go to 7. Nah, we should just go to. This is probably the wrong way. We should probably keep the 7 because the 4 so is just a slide. The 4 so is just a slide, so it's the other way around because the 4 so is not good because we will just try to slide for Tanrao instead. Yeah, it's the other way, but he probably gets blamed by the AI. Like AI won't make those mistakes. But it's just the order most of the time anyway, but the form so is a slide for Tanrao chance. We should actually Karakiri this too, so I'm feeling that we have like a Teresa Peel or something that we still have interest in Sosu. We missed the Ipeko here, which is really unfortunate. But like I think the Pinsu shape is fine, double overlap versus the Kansan. Do we want to keep the 1, 2, nah, we already discard the 1 man. And it's not even safe. Like, if we needed like a Mangan plus, we might have forced the Sans a good chance here. It's a chance. Nah. Never. You are feared on the 4-7 anyway. It's just not a thing. We just need to throw the 4 pin. Just a 4 pin. We don't just can't do Shimakiri here. We really don't want that in our hands. Like if we are lost or if it was still East 1, I might keep it. But yeah, I just want to look in the painful and the Tora shape. It's like 1 chance on the Tora or like the other 2 pins. So the Tora should be still good. I don't. Toyman might have like a pair with the 2 pins still, but otherwise it's pretty good still. I hope that Toyman doesn't reach here, but they might. They look they look something. Unless it's Tenpai already. Is that a keep? Nah, it's so dangerous. It's so dangerous. It's so middle. So so top of Mushuchi. I really can't keep that. If it like oh no, it oh okay, it's just on the one tour like not a 6 they did Saki, but there wasn't that much left. It was a mistake on my part. I just oh no, we can't reset here. We don't have enough. We really want to reset this hand. Like we want the previous hand back with the 4-man Tora and our Queen second pair for like a Chanta hand. Like if the Chanta hand had Tora acceptance, I would play it, but we didn't have Tora acceptance with the Chanta. Then it's just so rough. it's so rough in general, those outside hands with Aka, Ari, and no tour acceptance. Because no one is going to care about the outside hand, because everyone knows your value, because you can't get any tunas into their hand. If you get lost, it's probably just my fault. I'm not blaming someone else. I'm not blaming you, the viewer, for my misery here. We tried to feed Simon at the tree, so but they just Simon Hanuman instead. The problem here, like, it's not really a problem, but like, you don't really have a Sansaku here, and the Itse is kinda also not here. Like, it's everything is not really here. Like, the Itse might be there, but we have to drop the AK for that, and it's totally fine. If we throw like 1 4 pin, we will be just Sakikiing the AK, but like, it's not guaranteed value or anything, and this 2 pin does make it more ambiguous what we want to have. Like, 5 6 7 sounds good, kinda on the menu, but like, you have to hatch everything here, and the Tora is the 1 pin, which is in a quite awkward spot, but we are like forced to keep every single tile in our hand like this, just to keep everything alive. That's 8 month, thank you game. The 6 month slash cards. Like, what are we going to see? Like, we can see like the 6 month for Sansuku. We can see like 1 4 pin for, or the 7 pin as well, but it's just not really nice. You can see the 7 pin with 8 9 actually. That is probably the better see, because it keeps like Itza alive, but not really. After the card, the Itza is fully dead. But we aren't in. We have a difficult hand here. The 6 month is almost there, but if we should probably top the AK here. We should probably top the AK here, because the Sansaku is toast. With the third 6 month out, and before we saw the last 6 month, right? We will probably be forcing Gaten here. The 2 pin isn't safe across, and that's just a white clean data C, which is scary. Yeah, but like, I can't vote on that. Oh my god. Like, if I really wanted, perhaps, but the 2 pin wasn't safe. It couldn't reach the Sansaku. Like, I knew it was just safe up, but with the 2 and the 3 man in the pond, like, there's just no way to put them on like a 1 4 1 weight with the Sansaku. Koop it's game. We are 3 Deutsche, wait, not E-Santen, we are still 2 Santen. I can't read my shapes anymore. What a disaster today. Probably Teresa of this name, it's like the Deutsche can still have this Teresa, I guess. It's really unfortunate. It's also because he just dropped it. You're Futon tail, or like, we might be in Futon if we end up on it. Like, we want to open here for just 2,900, but it's not going to happen, and there's no Daishangan here on the left. What a horrible game this is. Oh, okay, that is game. Yeah, kind of pissed, but we have a good month. I can't complain about the month. Or like, I can complain about the month, but I can't really complain about my Hanchans. That is, I've been playing Tom Pussen as well. Let's open Moto AI here, and let's see what we have here. He definitely made some mistakes, but we had some really good hands where we just couldn't But we just couldn't win. And let's open the hands here. Let's see the score. It's 93. I actually played very well. Wait. Okay. It was just so hard. And let's see when it drops the Dora, because it's just tough here. It's really tough. Like, it does need the Dora because we still have painful chances. But on this one pin, it's just too awkward. Like, the thing is, you're never going to press the Riichi button if we get Tempai. Like, if we get an Itze, perhaps, but like this 5 so does accept some ramens, and this lone 3 pin does accept some ramens as well. Like, I really don't know. Like, if we don't have value with bad saves, I'm just never going to reach C, so. And we are folding out here, so we can just scroll through it, and then we have like these Honitsu hands with tons of Turas. Naiman keeping the. Like, I don't think we did that much wrong here. We just couldn't make it work. I want to Sakikiri so bad here. They have a 5-8 so wait and a 4-7 there. Still east on them, but like now they got the 8. And then we are stuck here and we can't win with tons of Tora Honitsu. And we have like a Chitoi hand here, and we just committed to Chitoi. It wants to keep the 4, but I don't care. It's Wait, it's still something here on the right. Atotsuke is still 9p. Like, we can't do anything here. The 6p might even deal in here on the right, so 6p here, and then 8 man. It wants to just fold here, but the 7 man, I'm not afraid of the 7 man. I'm really not, so I think I can maintain one more streak. 2 minutes not even template here. Let's see, the team pawn, and then one. Let's see if it goes on each, and it cuts the green with 44 over 32 for the 5 pin, and we of course got the green here. Of course, it's kind of typical. And then this pawn, you can check it is 99. With the 6 man card having both Suji trapped. Kamitra is just soloing each Tora 2. They have 2 Toras, but like when they got the 7 cell and then the 3 cell here afterwards, I just disrespected them. They are Tempai here, and then here we are Tempai as well. Depends on 7, well, 3, 9 here on the left. It wants to got the 7, so it actually wants to got the 7. It is funny game. The 4 cell is one Scott, the 6 cell is still alive, and it's also Nakasuchi. I don't think Kamita can hold either one of them. We can see that Kamita Toyman can slide the 4 cell if they throw the 4 cell, so I don't think it's that bad. And Shimoto skipped here on the 3 cell. They could see the 3 cell and got the 5 pin for the Sabo. But the weight is so bad, the 8 cell is one Scott. And they miss out on the Sansoku as well. And here they have a choice. They can cut the 5 pin for 5-8 cell or the 6 cell for no 10. Wait, what? That doesn't make sense. It's Nakasuchi. If you think you should got the 5 pin, it's safe against me, and it's not on Honitsu here on the left, and Toyman hasn't declared DC. I would just got the 5 pin for 5-8 for Tonro Sansku 2 Toras. I think it's perfectly fine. Is a 5-8 so bad? It's ultra bad. Let's see. You see 1 5 so 1 8 so 1 8 so left, and then some 5 so's, 2 5 so's, 3 taos. And it wants to Mawasi on the 5 pin with 6. And then probably 7 pin. Because I didn't see the 7 pin, but it deals in here. Oh, I can just click the hands. Okay, I see now. And here Pensang card is the right card, and here it probably Riichi, it probably yeah, Riichi, so 100%. It Riichi's, and then there's a scary hand here on the right. It's already Tenpai for 369. Uh, oh my god, only it's Aka, it's sounds on the 9. And then Asimo here, and I'm pissed, but like, there is some concern, of course, here on the right, and there's some Sansaku, but there's not really a Sansaku. And the 7 pin throw, which would be amazing, it's not really tier for a pin perhaps. Wait, let's see, I didn't check, but it costs 9 pin here, and then it keeps the Tora, because of the 6 pin throw, but like, I don't mind. Like, we had Tora here in our hand with the 7 pin, but there was a Riichi on the right for 3 6 man, and the Ishimoto 6 man, if I recall correctly. And we can push, so anyway. You have two Toras here, two Akatoras with a Thunder hand, and we really want to go Thunder, but it just costs a 2 pin because it has no new acceptance. Keeps the 5, so let's see how long it keeps the 5, so it wants to keep the 5 so here, but it's double Mushuchi. There's some point where I just want to not keep it, you know. And here, this Riichi here from Shimotsa, they could have a sample on 2 so 9 so, and the 9 so looks very good actually with the 7 so here. But they chose the constant Teriso weights. Uh, the constant Teriso is very fair though with the 4 so here on the left 1 so into 4 so, and here 1 so into 5 so from me. But the 3 so is actually a legit weight, but so is a 2 so, and then the 9 so can be easily run as well. But they got run here on the C for the Tora Kansan. What does it got? It costs. Wait, did we not reset here? Wait, oh, this was not the reset hand. 1, 2, 3. It was the 8 types. But it doesn't matter, we just got the same outcome anyway. And then he had the IP control. It wants to got the 2. But we don't need any upgrade, so I don't like it. And then here the 2 cell for the Mawashi on the 3 man potentially, and then let's see if it keeps a 7 cell. Let's see if it keeps a 7 cell. It keeps a 7 cell, and then here against the Riichi skip, of course, no Raku. And we didn't have that, like the 4 man is Nakasuchi, and then the deal in here from Shimotsa. For Tenpai, actually, Ipeiko on the 7, so the 7 cell would be Tapuron if we dare to push it. With 3 Toras as well, so it was a good push from their perspective. I was testing Shimotsu here for the Honitsu, but they didn't call anything, so we were not that scared. And here we didn't miss Sansoku. It does consider the 6 pin though, which is interesting, but it's just 9 pin here for the Aka basically. If it was Aka Nasi, perhaps 6 pin, but it's really tough to see this 9 man throw. And it's Shimokiri's no, it costs 1, so with 41.3 or 0.4 I mean, versus 40. 0.5, so it's basically equal between the shapes. And then here to the, I don't want to push the 6 out here. I really don't want to push the 6 because I feel like it's just stealing in a lot of the time, and it skips here, but we just try to deny the nice diamond. And Simons was tempe on Campuche here on the 36 with 2 Tora, so they are forced to push everything. The Dora push, and then the 2 pin push there. We have a lot of agreements, but it's really unfortunate that one hand where we dealt in. This is the next one. We will get to it. And let's see if it tamas. Let's see. Some it wants to receive it 55. Wait, wait. It wants to cut the reaping with 55.5 versus Riichi 44.5. So it tamas. Yeah, Tamas. It just got 3 here. And the 2-man is 1 on the left, 1 across. And with this 4-man card from Kami, I thought the 2-man might be coming out from Kamicha, but it apparently didn't. It could still be a Sansuku, and then the 2-man is pretty safe, but like, it's really unfortunate that we didn't get a 2-5 here, and Toyman is still like E-something. But like, it's not that, that we could do anything, and they... Wait, how did they win? How did they win? Oh, they got the 3, so and they got the 6, so... Okay, I see now. Yeah. Shimotsu is nowhere close, and we unfortunately didn't get it. Kyushu here, does it? No, it doesn't tell you Kyushu. Maka AA actually does tell you Kyushu, but Moto AA doesn't. It wants to keep the 3, so, but like... It, it wants to defend already or not? I don't know what it wants to do. It wants to, yeah, 5 pin here, and then just any safe down, and then the Simo. And this one is really annoying though. Yeah, it's 5 so into 7, so this is I just realized it to turn after. But it doesn't matter. Like, we dropped like 31 months already, and it's really unfortunate. Like, if you look at Toyman's hands, where's the Sansuku? Wait, did they get the Sansuku, or did they get the Itse? Wait, what did they get? Wait, I forgot. Hey, we... Oh, it was not this end then. It was this end. Wait, or not? Oh, it was this end that we dealt into Kamicha. It considered the 6 with 30 versus 70% for the best. But I was kind of baited, like, with the pawns, but like, this 5-star card is dangerous. I should have seen this 5-star card actually, but I didn't notice it. So the 3-6 is actually pretty dangerous, but we are still something. This is Sansuku hand of Toyman. We are just playing some efficiency here. And then here we go 9-star, and then there is a Sansuku Itse here, and then 8-man, 1-man, and then here to 2 and to 3-man. It's so sus. It's so sus, but here wants to go 5, and then here 5, and then here the green is just Tempai, but there's just nothing to do here. There's just nothing that I can do. Here's also the last 1-man. It's so disgusting. It's the last 1-man. Thanks, game. It's also like, if we dealt into Fuhrmann instead, it would have been so much cheaper. It would be so cheap that they might not even want to roam. Like, they will probably roam, but it's just like so stupid. And then we are dead here because we just got a horrible hand here. Like, the hand is not horrible, but like, we can't really open, and it's still a bit awkward. And someone is like, other people are just faster. And I hope that Simulta could run for like 12k or something, but they can't. And that is it for me today. I will see you in a few days probably. Hope you like it, and just leave a comment down below if you want to see anything improved. I'm still in a very early phase of my streaming career, or like in making YouTube videos, that is, just so let me know. I will see you next time.